Hey everyone and welcome. Seems to be there is only one man with integrity in the Houses of Parliament, and that's a man that's been vilified for having said integrity. Now this was at a debate into excess deaths, and this was Andrew Bridgen standing up for the people that have been affected.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Now obviously, a lot of what he says can be put down to inflated numbers in the country. But there is a glaring problem that he actually highlights here. But I'll let him describe it first, and then I'll tell you the really shocking bit that does need to be looked at.
Sir Gary, the eyes of history are upon us. Every generation looks back in wonder at the incredible mistakes of our forebears. They will ask questions such as how could they possibly realise how wrong they were? What on earth happened to them? Why did they ignore the evidence for so long? Their values and every opportunity to learn from the mistakes of yesteryear.
I'd say it's probably, now this is just my opinion, it's probably because they were all getting greased pockets from it.
What madness captures men?
Greed.
From 2010 to 2019, annual death rates in England and Wales oscillated between 484,000 and 542,000. In 2020, there were 607,000 deaths, 65,000 more than the maximum in 2018. In 2021, there were 586,000, which is 44,000 more than the 2018 figure.
Now a lot of this, everyone, can be put down to the fact that we've got more people in the country. More people in the country means more elderly. More elderly means more deaths. Now let's get on to the nitty gritty and the real reason why we need to find out the exact truth and punish any lawbreakers in the process. Have a listen.
After such a rise, there should be a deficit, a significant deficit. In fact, because sadly, our most vulnerable and elderly, who might have lived a while longer, were taken from us early. But in 2022, there were 577,000 deaths in England and Wales, and in 2023, 581,000. A huge rise when in fact a significant deficit would and should be expected. The deficit, and then some, has been filled not with the extremely old and the extremely vulnerable, but with others, many others, who were often young or in the prime of their lives.
And this is the issue. The young, the ones that should not be susceptible to random deaths. Am I wrong on this? Obviously there is some leeway when it comes to the elderly. If there's more elderly, there's going to be more deaths. It's part of life, isn't it? But when it comes to the young, I think that is something that is shocking and needs to be fully investigated. And it seems that everyone other than Andrew Bridgen in the Houses of Parliament are trying desperately to not discuss the elephant in the room. Am I wrong? Let's continue with him.
You might want to ascribe the excess deaths in 2022 and 2023 to the virus, but that would be a mistake. That's not what their death certificates say, and moreover, there are far too many young people dying. Far from being below the recent rolling average, excess deaths in 2022 have been above. 6% above, in fact. In 2023, when one might expect deaths to finally fall below the average, the excess has also been 6% above. These numbers are higher in the younger age groups. No one with integrity can fail to be troubled by these figures. What actually is going on? And that's what we need this debate for today. It's a problem that...
It's very true, isn't it? We demand to know exactly what went on so that if any wrongdoing was done, we can punish it with justice. Now, obviously, you know as well as I do, they're going to try everything within their power to try and hide the facts and hide the issues and try and walk away with their heads held high as though nothing happened. And it's up to me, you, and everybody else, including Andrew Bridgen and hopefully more in the future, to ensure that they can't do that.
It affects us all. It affects every community in every constituency across the country. And I would like to thank all the honourable and right honourable members who've attended this debate today. And I think we need to thank the public for their interest, which has stirred the interest of colleagues. And I'm very encouraged by the turnout.
I don't know if it's interest so much. I mean, obviously he's got to be diplomatic with his words. I think it's more outright fury. Am I wrong? Now, obviously, this has been buried in the media. You won't hear anything like this about this in the media. They try and silence him at every opportunity, because if any wrongdoing was done, they would be majorly complicit, wouldn't they? But I'd like to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments. Stay sane, everyone. I'll see you on the next one.